Hello and welcome to Todd Rolls Dice, where it's Wednesday, which means there's not a huge amount of model news. But we do have something, and I think this is pretty exciting, mainly for the first book that you can probably figure out from the title. But I like a good Black Library novel, and more Space Wolf stuff is always good for me. So, how about we take a look at this one and see what's coming soon, hopefully, from the Black Library. A Wolf Priest, a Triarch Praetorian, and a Fallen Night Lord take the lead in new Black Library books. Earlier this year, they announced a stack of new books on WarCom. I think there was a preview actually, wasn't it? 2 are already out and the other 2 are coming later this year. But despite your growing reading list, Black Library aren't about to let up. They've lined up another 3 books, all of which are 40k books. But you still have a little time yet to reinforce your bookshelves. So the first one, the most interesting one to me, Space Wolves. This one is about a Wolf Priest who recently got a new model. I'm going to start to just skip these, some of the wording of these. This is Krakenblood by Mark Collins, and it focuses on Ivor Krakenblood, a Wolf Priest who's been given a personal mission by Ulrich the Slayer. Ulrich the Slayer still very much a thing in the lore. And he still has a model, but I'd like him to get a true scale model. His task is to lead a band of warriors into the darkness to face impossible threats, recover a sacred relic of the chapter, and challenge the fates themselves on the way. It's pure, unadulterated saga material right there. It's got a bit of a Jason and the Argonauts feel to that, hasn't it? Go find a relic, take this crew of people. I love this stuff. Jason and the Argonauts is one of those timeless stories that I just adore, and that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from that little snippet. Know who else tells a good tale? People with long memories. The ability to recall little incremental details from a long time ago help furnish a great yarn. And there are few in the galaxy as fastidious in their attention to the minutiae as the Necrons. Tomb World by Jonathan D. Beer. Not an author I've heard of, I don't think. I wonder if this ties in with the Kill Team release and this will drop. Obviously the story-wise probably won't, but this might drop around the same time to try and build up hype for that amazing Tomb World scenery, as if it needed any more hype. But in Tomb World, while the Empire sleeps, the Triarch Praetorian stands sentinel. Kemet has done her duty over her tombs for millions of years. But as the Necrons begin to wake up, so too do old ambitions and treacheries from aeons past. Dogged by the shame of a terrible failure, Kemet is given one chance to restore her honour and reclaim her standing in Tomb World, and it's not going to be simple. This might be interesting. I'd like to know more about Necrons. I should probably read more about Necrons. I'm just trying to think, is that anything to do with Kill Team? No, the character in the dossier that they're doing in Tomb World is called Amhetra. Very on the nose name there, isn't it really? So, doesn't tie in, but release wise I can see it dropping around the same time, just as a little bit extra for the Necron stuff. But that sounds interesting. Like I say, I don't know much about the Necron lore, I'd love to know more. Give me some book recommendations for Necrons. I've got a couple of Audible credits to burn, so give me some ideas. And the last entry, this one is The Remnant Blade by Mike, I want to say Vincent? Yeah, Mike Vincent. That's just awful. It probably fits the Night Lord style. That's just an awful font. So this is following Dalshian Arasek, Skin Taker, and the former Lord of the Blades of Atrocity. Deposed by his rivals and left for dead, he catches wind of a deadly new threat rising against the Night Lords. With former allies and merciless foes circling, and vanishingly few loyal warriors, Dalshian must resort to cunning to outplay his rivals. A phantom void ship and a renegade tech priest who might help him take control of it might be the keys to his victory. Many stand in his way, and his blades thirst for blood. That's Remnant Blade by Mike Vincent. Night Lords get a lot of love. Apparently the Night Lord trilogy is one of the best trilogies out there for the Black Library. I'm not entirely sure I want to go into that level of depravity that is going to come from the Night Lords, but hopefully this is gonna whet some people's appetites. And probably audience-wise, I think that this has, of the 3 here, this is going to be the best seller of. I mean, Necron stuff will probably do well. I'm not entirely sure how well Space Wolf stuff will do. I know there's a lot of Space Wolf fans. Does this appeal to wider Space Marine readers? More than that, we'll see. Who knows? They all sound pretty interesting though. So there's no release dates. It says coming, well, it says in the coming months, which could be anything. It could be next week, it could be 6 months time. Probably by the end of the year, so 4 months time. But if you want to stay tuned for more news from Black Library, they apparently have it on WarCom. But that's it, it's just a quick little tease for each of these books. Like I say, Kraken Blood is the one that stands out to me personally. Tomb World is a possible. I may pick it up, it depends on what's going on at the time and where my brain is, but Space Wolves I'm always going to be interested in. Remnant Blade, we'll have to see. I think it'll go down pretty well. Again, Mike Vincent isn't an author that I've heard of. Not that I'm well versed in Black Library authors. But we'll see, hopefully they're good. Let me know which of these stands out most to you in the comments below. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.